it's so exciting. This day is finally here and it's a beautiful day and it's lovely to have you here. Oh God, I've gone already. I'm going to ask you to take care of the people who are speaking today. So I want you to give them your respect, your attention. I'd like you to, take care of yourselves as well. So there might be something triggering for you, and if there is anything you're not sure about, anything that's worrying you, the people with the extra little Poverty Truth Commission logo next to their name badge, those people are our volunteers who are happy, who should know what's going on. So they're your first point of contact if you're not sure what's going on and you need help.
Thanks, Lois. So Lois has just done a really lovely introduction and setting the scene for today. And really, this is about us sharing together and really listening to what's being talked about and discussed as a result of the work of the Poverty Truth Commission over the last 18 months. And sharing a meal together is a really important part of a Poverty Truth Commission meeting. That's how we've done sort of every Monday that we've met, we've had food together. And so that we're fed sort of physically, but also I suppose emotionally and intellectually, we're fed through the conversation that we have. And so we're inviting you into having those conversations and to really tune in, to catch up, to connect with each other in this room. Those that you do know, those that you don't.
Today I will listen with attention, with humility, with respect, with patience, with understanding, with awe, with gladness, with empathy, with warmth, and with gratitude.
The key thing about the community hubs that we've been particularly focused on has been about poverty. So what we've been talking about is how to make sure that we support our community hubs. And I think Westmorland and Furness are very committed to empowering our communities, so it's essential that we get it right.
Where do I start really? It's been a real eye-opener, I suppose, in really looking at what is actually taking place. And first and foremost, community-led hubs, they're the ones that really do make that ultimate difference within the communities. So for me, it's been about listening, it's been about reflecting, it's been about what is the opportunity for us to work more closely with our community hubs.
I just want to say what an absolutely amazing special group this has been. Out of the most horrendous topics has come just the most beautiful group of friendship and support.
I know a lot about what domestic abuse is on different aspects. However, what this group has shown me is the actual individuals that have experienced domestic abuse are probably the strongest people that I've ever had any time in meeting. I was invited along to the Poverty Truth Commission by Lois, and I was welcomed in with open arms. To be able to have that trust and allowed into the group, to be allowed to listen to the stories was really, really humbling. But what I learned within that group was that things like this don't work unless you've got the brave people willing to share those stories.
We are arriving from different places. We leave in the same direction. We are strong together. Yeah, we had to make a t-shirt. We didn't just do that for fun. That was the activity. We had to make a t-shirt.
The Truth Poverty model is, of course, in itself a person-centred structure. It's slowing down enough to make room for meaningful exchange. It takes time to build real relationships based on truth and mutual respect.
Thank you, darling.
It's been really useful listening to everybody's kind of experiences. Uncomfortable, but I think it should be. Actually, we have to make it happen. So when somebody comes in the door, they notice the change for the good. It has given us something to go forward with, so I just want to say thank you.
We started the engagement on the customer charter before we came to see everyone. We don't want to rush them through the door. We don't want to see you as a user number or a unique ID code. You're people. So as we start to do this piece of work, we want to be able to come back to you and have the conversations to find out how you want these systems to work for you. I hope that this group continues because we've got a lot of different work that we need to do.
And we know because we're part of a bigger network, that you don't get all this work done in one Poverty Truth Commission. It takes more than one Poverty Truth Commission to make a real impact in an area. We've made a start on some themes and we've proved the principle. I hope you agree. What we're doing between now and the end of the year is gathering the things that we have created together, finishing them up, finishing off the videos that we're making, finishing off the report on community hubs, finishing off the work on person-centred services, which I hope you've looked at, writing up our evaluation, writing up our reports, and making all that information as widely available as we possibly can through Westmoreland Council, who are going to put it onto their kind of EDI kind of platform and share it with their partners. So that's a concrete piece of work that will be there even by the end of this year. Next year, the council, we secured a bit of funding from the council to develop some poverty awareness and poverty proofing training, and we're going to be working really closely with the council to answer the questions that they're asking, the things they don't understand, the better way to communicate, the better way to run their services, all that person-centred services stuff. And we're going to produce some resources with the help of Laura and possibly Deb at CDEC, who are going to manage it as brilliantly as they've managed everything else. So I'm really confident those are going to be really good tools. And they're going to be made available to all Westmoreland Furness's partners as well. So those resources will be there for any of your organisations to use. But as I said earlier, there's much more to be done. And that's where our money runs out for now. But the Poverty Truth way is not to demand or protest from the sidelines, but to draw people into conversation and into relationship, which is what today's been about. Now we're talking to Westmoreland Furness Council, the NHS, the OFPCC, the CVS and the churches, among others, about how we can work with them to tackle poverty and the many causes of poverty in the South Lakes. Today we're asking you to do two things in particular. Help us extend the reach of our current working groups to new organisations and networks in the South Lakes and beyond, so all the valuable work they've been doing can be shared. And build momentum and find funding towards a second South Lakes PTC, drawing in new voices from new places with new issues that they are passionate about. We know we've only scratched the surface. Rahina in Grange, Lyndon in Ulverston, Amanda in Kirby Lonsdale and others like them across the South Lakes feed and support hundreds of individuals and families in poverty every week. People are angry, but they feel unheard, and things only seem to get worse. This much we knew a year ago. What we've learned over the past year together is that honest conversation between people who trust each other is healing and powerful. If we take time to do it, and all our voices are clearly heard, the full wisdom of the group is released and change begins to feel possible. There's another Poverty Truth Network slogan which captures this. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I just want to say thank you to everybody for being here. It's been amazing to have such a wonderful, colourful, varied turnout. Our commissioners, these guys here and a few who couldn't be here, want to be in the room, round the tables, in the conversations, when decisions are taken that affect all our lives in all our communities. Thank you for doing all you can to help them and others like them to do it. After all, nothing about us without us is for us. Thank you.